Oh, wow! Oh! That is beyond special! Brilliant!
Welcome back, chat. We're back with another live. You know the vibe, guys. We talk about transfers and also we'll be talking about the Club World Cup. An offset happened. Initially, when we gave our predictions of the Club World Cup, we said Al Hilal should be beating Fluminense.
Everyone.
But
Yeah.
surprisingly, Al Hilal could not beat Fluminense. I mean, I feel
And
a lot of things went wrong.
I suspected Fluminense could go through. And I said something, I don't know if what did I say? I said something yesterday. I said a game like Palmeiras Chelsea, if Chelsea beats Palmeiras, Chelsea is going straight to the final. I'm sure Palmeiras is Chelsea's final. It's determined if they'll get to the final. If they beat Palmeiras, they're getting to the final.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
because
good game. It ended 2-1.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later on. Let's dive into transfers. First off, you know what I'm saying of Fabrizio. Cunha takes the number 10 shirt from Rashford. So it feels like Rashford is already on his way out. Is
gone.
Rashford really going to Barcelona, or where is Rashford's next club? Because it feels like there are a lot of talks, but we're not really seeing that much movement.
There was interest from Newcastle. There was interest from Aston Villa, right? But Barcelona has not really said they are technically interested in Rashford. It's Rashford that was offered to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Right now with the Nico Williams saga.
Yeah.
Rashford is not even the next in line. So
who's
it's like
the next in line?
The list.
Who is the next in line?
Diaz is next on their list.
Liverpool will not sell Luis Diaz.
Right. So for Rashford, I don't know. He needs to decide because he's clearly not serious. Let me put it that way.
Who is clearly not serious? Rashford?
Rashford is not serious.
Why is he not serious?
He's not serious
wanting to go to Barcelona.
If other clubs are coming for you, right? Why don't you at least start the talks and push it a bit further so that Barcelona will not just see you as a third fiddle, right?
Like
and Barca are not serious.
Yeah,
Barca are not serious. They are similar to us now. They are not serious. So what are we saying? Is there any need putting all your hope and all your eggs in that basket? At the end of the day, this guy will stay at Manchester United on the final day of the transfer window, and he starts to panic. Before you know it, he ends up in maybe Sunderland. I'm not saying Sunderland is not a good club. Don't get me wrong. But
for a player like Rashford, you will not expect him to end up in Sunderland. I think, I'm sorry, what do you say? Can Barca even register Rashford or Luis Diaz? So I don't even think so. I think this whole registration problem has been going on for a while, and it's pretty obvious. That was exactly why Nico Williams suggested that he gets a written note,
written confirmation
that they can actually sign him, and they didn't provide one. And
I think would not.
I don't know if Nico staying back at Atletico Club or Atletico Bilbao makes a lot of sense, because I felt like somebody of his talent, he can leave that club and still go somewhere else. So I still don't get why he chose to stay back, given that Bayern were interested.
He extended his contract for 8 years till 2035. Is this guy serious at all?
I wonder how much they're paying him and what that contract looks like.
We can pull it up and check. Like,
now we know why.
We know why. Yes,
dragged on and on.
On and on. Yeah, 2 years of chasing him. Yeah. But the key thing is that Nico Williams' camp asks because there's no use biting. Now it's the same thing we're saying, right? Nico Williams has good people advising him.
Yeah.
In the sense that you don't want to put all your eggs in the Barcelona basket.
One basket, yeah.
Now you fight with Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah.
You burn that bridge.
Yeah.
You don't get the good contract they were about to give you, which was even reportedly more than the Barcelona one.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to pay him a lot more, make him one of the highest paid players per week.
Yeah. You burn that bridge. The fans hate you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Then you go to Barcelona. at the
Yep.
end of the day, you are out of the squad.
Yeah,
It
because they
makes
can't
no
register
sense.
you. Yeah, it doesn't make
Good.
sense.
And maybe you burn that bridge,
Yeah,
Barca suddenly pulls out.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? You're left with Bayern Munich,
That's
which
what I
you don't
still don't
even know.
understand. I don't understand
Yeah,
why Nico did not go to Bayern or any other top club that were interested in him.
exactly.
We can understand
So
that Chelsea were not going to sign Nico because of the salary, but Bayern, I feel, would have been able to pay Nico Williams the salary that he wants. I just don't feel like him staying at Atletico Club was the best decision for him.
was it? No,
Well,
no,
it's
it
not my
wasn't.
place to tell him where to
Yeah,
go,
and
but then just
you
looking
know
at
one
it, the
thing.
player have his
I don't
caliber
know.
to go somewhere else.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it was SSB or someone else that said it on this live. He said
Yeah.
Nico Williams, if he goes out of Spain, he's going to flop. I think I saw this on the chat on
It
one
was
of the
it was
streams we had.
SSB that said it, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah,
He said
SSB
if
or
Nico
AB, one of the
Williams leaves
yeah.
Spain, he's going to flop. There's a high
Yeah,
probability he's going to flop.
yeah.
Maybe he's scared to leave Spain.
Maybe,
It could be. Yeah.
maybe.
So
Well, I think
that's
I
the
think it's
reason.
also just staying with what's comfortable and what's familiar, right? If he likes his
Yeah.
life at Atleti, there's no point to
Yeah.
uproot your life,
Pack
leave
up your
stay,
bag
and go all the way to
to
Germany or
Germany.
even to England, where you feel
Yeah.
like there's going to be that language barrier, there's going to be that cultural difference, and then you might struggle to even
Exactly.
get minutes in those squads
The language
compared
is
to
another thing too.
exactly, and he might
Right?
struggle to get minutes compared to at Atletico. He's the main guy. He will always start,
Mm.
and he's going to be paid a lot of money. He might as well stay back. He said Nico's brother, I think, was more ambitious but didn't have the talent. I
They
think
have
so
the
too. I
talent.
think
Yeah.
so. But Nico plays for
Yeah.
Spain's national team. He starts there. He plays for Athletic
Yeah.
Club. He starts.
Yeah.
He just wants more pay. What else do you want as a footballer? I feel. Like,
Another club that might have been good for him. Do you
don't
know
tell me
that
Real
club?
Madrid. Don't tell me Real Madrid.
No, 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 no. Not Real Madrid.
Okay.
Arsenal. Arsenal could have
Mm.
been a good option for him. You know why? Ateta is Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he has a language barrier, Ateta will be there
To be
to
able to
help him.
communicate with him.
Yes, communicate with him, the techniques and what he requires from him,
Yeah.
instruction. He can speak Spanish and say, okay, this is how I want it done.
Yeah.
You don't need a translator.
Yeah.
You kind of like feel at home. Merino is there,
Yeah.
Zubimendi is there. We
Yeah.
have a good, at least two Spanish people that Kepa is there. I even
Yeah.
forgot Kepa is
Yeah. Yeah.
part
Yeah.
of the Spanish contingents, right?
Yeah.
So you have three Spanish guys there. You
Yeah.
being the fourth one, you're basically at home.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think Arsenal could have been good, but then at the end of the day, it's the Premier League. You send Nico to the
Yeah.
Prem, it's more of a I told you it's a 60-40. It's 60% he doesn't flop, 40% he flops. Do you really want to
Yeah.
take that risk with that you have a chance that you might flop when you go to the next
Yeah.
club, reduce your value, and then when you leave the Prem, where do you go after that? And then sever the
I'm
relationship
not
you have with
sure.
Athletic Club. I just feel like
Yeah.
if I am part of Nico's camp, this is looking more like a safe deal. But safe deals
Yeah.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
that it's a
Yeah.
bad deal. I don't think it's a bad point
Exactly.
to sign on with Atletico Club. I just feel like it's a safe deal, right?
He doesn't want to
Expected
leave his
him.
comfort zone.
Yeah, I expected
Yeah.
him to leave because Athletic Club. I don't really see them winning Champions League in the next couple seasons, right? I don't see them doing
Can't
that.
say.
I don't
You
see
can't
them
say,
doing.
right?
You can't say, but I don't see them doing that realistically. Realistically, you think you go to Barca,
Yeah.
you go to Real Madrid, or you go to a top club like Bayern or even Chelsea,
Or
and
even
maybe
Arsenal.
or even Arsenal, and have a chance at actually winning something serious. But
Yeah.
it's up to him. You have
Nico's
players
brother plays for Ghana.
Nico's right. Yeah, he does. He plays for Ghana. Inaki, I think it's Inaki Williams. I think so. I think that's his name. You
Okay.
have Spanish players on Arsenal and then Ghanaian community in London. Best of both worlds. Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. But we don't really know if that Ghanaian side. I mean, that Ghanaian side will still be there, still be part of him. I don't really think that Ghanaian side will leave
Charlie.
anytime soon. I don't think it's will leave anytime soon. So I mean, but Nico has chosen where he wants to go. So good luck to Nico Williams. I did mention on the stream. I don't know if I mentioned on the stream or off the stream, but I think I started the stream
Yeah.
by saying Cunha takes the number 10 from Rashford. But
Yes.
I really hope Rashford finds the next club the next club that will take him. But
Yeah.
what I'm seeing right now, Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, Malacia, Sancho have all informed Manchester United that they want to leave the club. Let's talk
Yes. They
about
are not
all
training.
these players.
Yeah.
Rashford, we don't know where Rashford will go next. Anthony, it's looking like Anthony wants to stay back at Real Betis. It's looking
Yeah,
like
but
Anthony.
the salary is the problem. Man, you are not ready
So
to subsidize.
Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, Malacia, and Sancho have all informed that they want to leave. So that's how many players? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
About
5 players.
five. So the news broker, I think yesterday or earlier today, some broker yesterday, but today it was confirmed. Like they are not even going to be around Carrington. They are not going to be training. You are not going to be trained. They are not even coming to work. That's just it. They are all. The United has told them you are not part of the project. They have said we are not coming. We are downing tools. We are leaving the club. We are no more parts.
I can understand.
It's fine. Now, Garnacho, you can understand Garnacho.
Yeah, and Rashford.
Which other person? And Rashford. Can you understand Sancho?
I can understand Sancho leaving. Sancho already, that relationship has been severed, right?
No, I won't say they are really on strike. It's a case of like Man U saying you are no more part of our project. Yeah. And they are saying that if I'm not more part of your project,
then there's no point of
me. Yeah, there's no point of me coming to Carrington. Yeah. There's no point of me showing my face there.
Yeah, United have delayed their return date until later in July to allow them to explore other options for that. Game over for all of them as Manchester United. So it's done. It's done. Yeah. They are done. The club is done.
Yeah.
That relationship is done. Let's talk about each person. We talked about Rashford, Anthony, Real Betis. I feel like he should stay at Real Betis.
He wants to stay. Yeah, he wants to stay at Real Betis.
Stay at Real Betis or any other club in La Liga. He feels like any club outside of
they love him. They love him in Real Betis. Yes.
He needs a place where
they love him.
There are two leagues that come to my mind for Anthony that'll be good for him. Either goes to La Liga, play for Real Betis, or he goes to the Portuguese league and plays for Sporting. I think he might work in both those leagues. Who knows?
And one of the things that I think is affecting Anthony, especially in England, is the language.
You think so?
That's what I think. In Real Betis, I feel like he can speak a bit of Spanish.
Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that's true. Don't tell me that's true, bro.
Oh,
don't tell me that's true.
Not again.
Ten Hag needs to leave this boy alone.
Leave him. He's destroying his life. Alone. Yeah.
Stay in La Liga and enjoy himself.
Develop his life. Yeah.
Be away from these toxic settings and toxic mindsets.
Ten Hag
needs to leave this boy alone. Jesus.
He needs to leave all his ex-players alone.
Leave them alone. Must you always
leave them alone
everywhere you go?
Yes. I don't know why.
There's no proper scouting at Leverkusen to find good players that are good enough to play for Ten Hag. Must you always go after the ex guys? Like this is a problem between coaches and trust. Coaches and them not trusting their players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about Sancho. There were talks that Sancho was going to go to Fenerbahce. But
his
salary is coming. He should just take a pay cut.
Sancho is not. Why would he take a pay cut? I'm on Sancho's side. No, I'm on Sancho's side. He has a contract. Ten Hag is a top coach. Welcome, maybe. So Sancho has a contract, 300,000. Why would I take a pay cut? You have to pay out my contract.
Do you think
the same? Is the same issue Maguire had when they were trying to force him out to West Ham? Oh, take a pay cut. Start earning £100,000. Take a pay cut of, I don't know how much the pay cut was, but the pay cut was ridiculous. Even this guy that plays for West Ham too.
Yeah.
The right back.
Wan-Bissaka,
right? So that's the same thing. There was that issue.
Let me ask you this. You're on Sancho's side. Do you think Sancho is worth the salary that you're paying him?
He's not worth the salary, but look at it this way. I think Chelsea offered him about 120 or 130.
Yeah.
Right? Out of the 300, he refused. Now, it would be stupid of him. That's what I think. It's just my opinion.
So go to Fenerbahce and accept that.
And take the same pay cut when you could have taken it in Chelsea.
And stayed back.
And the coach was the one pushing for him. The coach was the one. If the club themselves, like the sporting director, we have two sporting directors. They were not interested. It's the coach himself that was pushing, and he loves Sancho. He loves Sancho because obviously he was their coach when they were all young. All of them, Kopama, Lavia, he was their coach when they were in youth. This guy was their coach, right? So if you didn't take a pay cut then, then he should stand his ground. He's not taking that pay cut.
So they are saying Juve are interested in Sancho.
Yeah.
Maybe Juve can afford to pay Sancho what Sancho is receiving right now at United. But
I don't
all in
think they'll
all,
be
I,
willing
I
to pay
don't.
that
I
much.
think
No, I don't
a
think
little bit
so.
of a pay cut for you to get a chance to
Compromise.
play. I think is
Yeah.
where he needs to be. Yeah, Ebi Ten Hag is a top coach. He took Ajax to Champions League semis. Honestly speaking, we don't have I don't have a problem with Ten Hag. I don't know if you have a problem with Ten Hag, but I don't have a problem with Ten Hag. When he was at United, I wanted him gone because it didn't seem like he had a plan. But I'm a United hater at the end of the day. I don't wish anything good for United. If you're a United fan, I'm sorry. I don't wish anything good for that club. But at the end of the day, he left. He left United. He has gone to Leverkusen. I don't see the
Yeah.
need for him to go back and
And
get
start
ex
dragging
players,
all the old
all
players
the ex
again.
guys back. Oh, come on, move
No,
on,
no, no,
move
no,
on.
no, no,
Like
no,
find new
no,
guys, find new
no.
guys. Okay, what's the next transfer we're talking about? Jonathan Davis to Juventus. Oh, we already know Jonathan
It's
Davis is
done.
to
Yeah.
Juventus.
That
That's
one
it.
was
That's it.
announced
Here we
today.
go.
That's
Arsenal
it. Here
interest
we
in
go.
Noni and Rodrygo. I mentioned this yesterday. Arsenal's interest in Noni
Yeah.
and Rodrygo. So Rodrygo, I don't think Arsenal they are serious about anybody. I think they are only serious about their midfielders and their defenders. When it comes to them signing wingers and strikers, that's when they all of a sudden start dragging their feet.
So what you are saying is that Arsenal is not serious about winning the title.
They are not
They
serious.
just want to finish second.
I
Is
feel
that
like
what
the
you are
first.
saying?
I'm not saying that. I feel like the first thing. No, you don't let me catch
That's the
close from
summary.
Arsenal fans.
That's the summary
That's
of
not
what
what
you
I
just
said.
said.
Hey, you're paraphrasing in a different way.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if that will lead them to not winning the title, then they are not serious, right? Then they're not going to win the title. We know the obvious problem. The obvious problem is they don't have that creativity in the final third. They don't have attacking reinforcements. They need to sign guys that are dangerous in order for them to have a chance at winning something serious. You need to sign a serious striker. You need to sign serious wingers. Trossard is not enough. Martinelli is not enough. Saka is good.
Yeah.
Ethan Waneri is a good deputy to Saka. I don't have a problem with Waneri, but Waneri is still an academy kid. You need to still give him more time. He's still raw. And then
And they're
who's up
still
front? Kai Havertz.
they're having contract issues with him too.
Kai Havertz is just not it. And then that's even taking us into the party issue. Now,
We're
with the
going
party
into
issue,
party now.
Arsenal is going to have to find a replacement for who? SSB is out
For
of
who?
it's out of the team.
He's left.
He's done. His contract was up 2 days
his
ago.
contract expired 4 days ago.
Oh, 4 days ago. Okay.
Yes.
I remember our stream, we brought it up that his contract was expiring that day. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done, right?
June 30, they didn't renew, and they've replaced him with Nogard.
They've replaced him with
from
Nogard.
Brentford.
They've replaced him with Nogard.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God. It's exactly what I said. But we now know the reason Arsenal did not renew Partey's contract.
We kind of now know, yes. There were speculations.
Because,
I dropped a theory, but
yes,
I'm wrong now. So
yeah, so the thing it didn't make sense. I think on one of the lives last week, we compared Nogard with Partey.
Yeah.
And every single department, even the only thing that Nogard was better than Partey in was his age.
That was a little younger.
Yeah, he was younger than
Both
Partey.
of them are almost the same age.
It's just 1 year difference between two of them.
Partey is 32.
How old is Nogard?
Nogard
31, I think.
Is it 30? You told me Nogard was like 33.
Oh, Nogard is even older.
I thought that's what you told me.
Maybe Nogard was older. Anyways,
I might be wrong.
Yes,
I
think you are correct. So you can check. I think Partey is older. But at the end of the day, we now understand why Arsenal they were dragging their feet. So today, reports came out that, in fact, not reports. Partey was
officially Nogard is 31. You're right.
Yeah. So he was officially charged with
five counts
of rape. 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault.
I don't think we can say that on the live, but we was charged with 5 counts of sexual assault, like what you have already said. But honestly speaking, like I think that maybe Arsenal
knew about it.
Maybe they knew that it was ongoing. Maybe they knew that it was ongoing.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if maybe they kept an eye on the situation to see how it was going to progress. But it's crazy that they kept him as an important player for the squad, knowing that this might have been happening behind the scenes. It's crazy to me.
When the report dropped today, I went and did some digging myself because I was curious. All right, I was curious about this because there was it didn't make sense that this thing popped up after his contract had expired.
Yeah,
like it didn't make sense, right? So the thing is that, okay, let's take it back. He was first charged in February, or the allegation or investigation started February 2022. He was given bail, basically. So in and out, extending his bail. So during that time, he's been playing football. And the thing about a case of this nature is they can't really bring a charge towards him until they've substantially gotten
all
enough
the
evidence.
Yeah,
It's at a threshold, then they can take it to court. Then he can clear his name. But the issue now is, I think for the past 3 years, they've not gotten to that threshold. So now I think it's totally 3 women in total.
Yeah, 3 women have come forward.
Yes. So one of them is two counts. Another one is 2 counts. Another one is
I
maybe
think one
no,
is 3 counts.
One is 3, one is 2, and one is 1. Right. So at the end of the day, I think Arsenal knew about it. But the thing is that at that point, it's just an investigation.
Yes, it's not like he was
Right?
officially charged.
Yes,
But I
it's just an investigation.
but
And
the
then
news that we're hearing that about this whole party situation was that it was more of payment structures that crashed the deal
yes,
than his situation now with the police.
yes. So it's getting me confused. Do you get what I'm saying?
What exactly is confusing?
It's getting me confused because as at that time,
Yeah,
everyone thought it was a payment structure.
that's
And
what
maybe
everybody thought.
the years on the deal, right?
And his importance in the squad.
Yes, but now with this issue coming up, I'm now thinking, did Arsenal know that charge was coming? And they're like, no, we'll just pass. We don't want to, because at the end of the day, you saw the issue with Mendy and Manchester City.
Immediately he came
Where
up,
he was charged,
yeah,
he stopped playing because now, funny thing is that there's a group called I think Arsenal. I've forgotten what their name is, but they're against like sexual violence or all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They've been attacking the club and saying that, look, this guy is under investigation. He should be suspended.
Yeah.
Right. But I think Arsenal had a different stand, and I think when the charges were
I think going back to what AB
right?
saying in this chat, Arsenal is a big brand globally. This is not a low-level Italian or Spanish club that will cover up this type of situation. Arsenal board couldn't have taken a risk like this, in my opinion. I think it goes back to how I feel about this issue. If you already knew he was under investigation, I think it made sense to just not use him,
not to renew,
just suspend him for a bit. I know people will come out and say there are a lot of cases where the victims were wrong and all those kind of things, and they later found out that the players were innocent,
like Mendy too.
But that can't be all of the cases, right? That can't be all of the cases. This is a case where 3 different women have come forward. I feel like in this type of case, you want to remove him from the squad. You want to keep him aside. He can still keep training or whatnot. But while this investigation is still going on, he should not be an active player in the squad. He should have been replaced a long time ago.
You saw the same case with the guy at Manchester United. What's the name?
What's the name of is it Greenwood? Was it
Mason Greenwood?
Greenwood, yeah, Greenwood.
Accused of rape, and he settled out. But at the end of the day, that image is already there. And man, you are all about branding. So
no, I think Partey is done with football.
Yeah, I think so, because now which club will even sign him?
I don't think any club would really actively want to touch a player like that. Knowing that he has been charged.
Has a case.
After investigation, they decided to actually charge. It's serious. It's really serious.
So that's the thing. The first person, I think, she's actually, maybe she was his girlfriend or so. They went on holiday. She's an Arsenal fan. They went abroad, and obviously she accused him of what the
Of
acts
what happened? Yeah.
outside England,
Mm-hmm.
and then when she reported, the
Mm-hmm.
UK police could not they could not actually charge him for a crime committed outside when it came to
Mm-hmm.
like that sort of scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now the law came into place 10 days after he supposedly did the act to her, or she claimed,
Mm-hmm.
right? So 10 days
Mm-hmm.
later, right, she claimed, and she said all her family members are Arsenal fans, and she had to leave her home because she was tired of them mentioning Partey's name and all of that and chanting
Mm-hmm.
for the club. So she had to pack her bags and leave home because of that. But anyways, he'll go to court, he'll defend himself, and we'll see. Right.
Yeah,
But
in
I
this
think
in yeah.
he's done. He's done. He's
Yeah,
done.
I think it's done,
Because
bro.
he's
Like
up
you're saying Saudi, I
the
don't know.
bad thing. Yes, is either Saudi, but would Saudi even take him?
I think one of the biggest things that these players, especially the players that play for top clubs, don't realize is they are a whole
Yeah,
brand, right? And
exactly.
the PR around them matters a
It's
lot.
too much. It's too
How people
much.
perceive you.
Yes.
But he didn't play
But
in the
and what
Prem. He didn't
he
play in the
didn't play in
Prem.
Premier League, right?
He went
He
to
had to go
Turkey.
out.
He went to Turkey, right? He played for who is he
First.
playing for now? Is it Galatasaray or Fenerbahce or where is he
I
playing
think
for? I
he's
know
in
he's in Turkey.
Spain. No, 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 not Spain.
He's
He's
in
in
Turkey.
France now.
Is it France?
He's left. He's left. He was
Where is
on
he?
loan
Okay,
then.
let me check where he is at. I
Yeah,
know he was
he's
either
left.
in
He
Turkey
was on
or
loan, but I think he's in Monaco now.
is he in Monaco? Oh yeah, you're right. Is in Marseille.
Marseille.
He's in
He's the
Marseille.
Olympic.
Yeah,
So Olympic
yeah,
Marseille
okay.
signed him for like
Mm-hmm.
on a permanent, right? But he
Yeah.
was on loan in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and very few people bounce back. He was lucky to bounce. Greenwood was very lucky to bounce back. So yeah,
I don't know, but this
but
case, three different women, 5 counts.
it's hard.
I think he might be serving some prison time. I think
You
he might
think
be
so?
serving. I think so. I think so.
But
Unless and maybe,
Mendy's own too was similar now.
but that case was a different case entirely.
How was it different
The case
case?
with Mendy's on, they found him not guilty.
Yeah, but how is it different from Partey's own though?
You guys actually think
A
so? A
small
small
club.
club would take him?
Yeah, but
Bruh.
he just they don't care actually. He's in England that there's a lot of PR.
Mm-hmm.
He's in England, there's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
PR.
I don't know.
They don't
Anyways,
care.
we don't know much about the situation. We'll let the courts and everything decide as the case keeps proceeding. But it's really
Yeah,
sad, this type of thing happening.
yeah.
And I don't know. We don't know the true thing that's come out. But I personally usually I lean on the side of the victims
Mm.
first before proving otherwise, because these matters are quite sensitive and stuff like
Sensitive,
that.
yeah.
So it's really sad, but to me, he's done. But like you guys are saying, maybe another league, all the small leagues might take him and stuff like that. But we will just have
Yeah,
to see what happens. But yeah, really, really sad situation. Anyways, they've replaced him at Arsenal.
yeah.
They've pretty much gotten
He's gone.
Zubimendi
Yeah.
and
No
Norgard.
guard and no guard. So he's
So
done.
he's pretty much done
I
at
think
Arsenal.
that's the reason they didn't renew his contract.
You really think so? You really think that was a
That's
huge factor?
that's that's the reason. I'm 100% sure. Because it makes no sense. Let's say they renew this contract and
Mm-hmm.
he's having that case. If he's found guilty, what happens? Anyways, they will have those clauses in the contract,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the problem with that now is that if you have those clauses in the contract, it means that you are kind of like supporting such acts. Do you get what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
the mere mention of an investigation, right?
Yeah.
We are kind of like, so yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester United
Ah,
again. Let's go back to United. Guys, is Osimhen
Osimhen,
talking to
no,
himself? You
no.
don't think
It's
so?
Al Ali and Galatasaray are the only clubs working on him currently. Those are the only two clubs. Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know. Like Arsenal, I'm tired of that. Man U, he doesn't want to anyway. He wants
Let's talk about
Champions
Man
League.
U. Let's talk about Man U. So Man U are
Okay.
thinking of, Man U. There are talks that Man U would prefer to sell Rasmus Højlund, but there are also talks
Yeah.
that actually Man, they don't also mind selling Zexi too as well, because they are
I
really
saw it.
thinking about freeing up space for new signings. And one such signings that obviously we've been tracking for the past couple weeks is Brian
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo, right? And they're very confident that they can get a deal finalized for Mbeumo. And the fee, guys, has jumped from 62.5 million pounds. You guys remember I said it on the live. It has jumped to 65 million pounds now.
Was it not me? I told you. What did I tell you?
Brentford.
I told you that. I told you what they wanted. Kingsley was they will request for another 2.5 for a better payment structure. That's what they want. They just want an extra stuff on the money.
It's
That's
crazy.
it. Small clubs. Yeah.
Yeah. They're about before you know it, this 65 million pounds will jump to 70 million pounds. Before you know it. But let's see if they're able to close on that. United are also interested in Botafogo's keeper, John Victor. I didn't watch him that much during the Club World Cup, but what do you guys think?
I don't know if I was one that mentioned that. Okay, no. It was about
Bono.
Ali's keeper. Yeah,
Bono.
But
Everybody talk about Bono.
that Botafogo's keeper is good.
He's really good.
Victor is good.
John Victor.
He's
Yeah.
good. He's good. He's better than Onana. If that's what they are pushing for. But we can't say because it's Premier League, right? People always better when they are away. When they come to the Prem and they hit them with 4, 5, 6 corners.
I've learned my lesson. I will
Right.
never hype up and overly rate a player during a tournament. Tournaments are very deceiving. I want to see
risky.
you in your league. I want to see you in your 38 or how many game league cook. I want to see how your output in your league before I can judge, because tournaments is very, very deceiving. That's how we saw Amrabat. We said Amrabat was all that because of one tackle against Mbappe.
Good.
Everybody kept asking United fans, bring Amrabat.
We didn't hear anything
in fact, Champions League is the reason why we even knew Onana. Onana was keeping well in the Champions League for Inter. Everybody kept on shouting, Andre Onana is good.
He's good his feet.
They brought Onana. Nothing.
Zero.
I am really hesitant when it comes to looking at players at tournaments and thinking they're all that. I would rather you want to see them over a full season. For example, you see a player although he's already Premier League proven, but Caicedo, there was a very big expectation that Caicedo will not really flop coming to Chelsea, or even if he went to Liverpool, because we had seen Caicedo over the whole season with Brighton, and we saw that he was unreal. Even though it was one season of craziness, people thought he was going to be a one-season wonder, but he proved us wrong, right? So I want to see you in a league, like the full game, before I get hyped up about you.
George.
Chelsea are looking to hijack a Tottenham interest, right? The Tottenham interest is Kudus, right? They are looking to hijack that Kudus deal from Tottenham and sign Kudus in a deal that is worth up to 50 million pounds.
So West Ham wanted more money. I don't get this thing. They rejected a bid from Tottenham, 50 million, saying they wanted more money. So why would Chelsea now go back and sign for 50?
I have no idea.
Anyways, Chelsea has a good relationship with West Ham.
Oh, but I didn't read the rest of it. It has actually been rejected. So that deal has been rejected. So yeah, like you said, it has actually rejected.
Also, Chelsea submitted a 50 million pound bid.
50 million pound bid. Yeah, a bid worth 50 million pounds from Chelsea has already been rejected. I think West Ham will want to get something more from that deal.
They said 60. Yeah, sell Noni. Yeah, that would be better. Sell him for 55 to us now. Sell him for 55 to us now. Buy Kudus for 60. That's okay.
Thinking about Arsenal, Al Nassr are serious about signing Martinelli. Al Nassr actually serious about it.
I think it was SSB that raised that red flag, and I was like, seriously, is this happening? But it actually is a true gist. They are really serious.
And they are actually willing to sign him for 85 million euros. That's like 73.3 million pounds. 85 million euros. That's, it's crazy. I think that's fake news. Chelsea don't do rejections. We have money. AB, are you Chelsea's financial analyst? Because every single time you always
is helping them. Is helping them count the money. Club World Cup.
We need to advance this position to also recuperate the money. AB.
They should get into the finance team.
Okay, let's talk about let's talk about Victor Gyökeres. We're back to Gyökeres again.
I'm so done with this guy.
I'm almost like, would this Gyökeres deal even happen?
Yes,
I've talked about Gyökeres for so long. I'm already tired
a
of talking
thousand,
about it.
1,000 times.
Anyways,
What's
Gyökeres
up?
had
What's
a
up with
conversation.
Gyökeres?
He had a conversation with Mikel Arteta, and that conversation was a good conversation because that also fueled that determination to want to come to Arsenal. So
Arsenal.
it's looking like that deal might actually happen. Like they might actually some way somehow find a way to close the deal on this Victor Gyökeres situation.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, they might some way somehow find a way.
Is dragged on for too long. I
It's gone
think,
on
if
for
you
too
ask
long.
me,
I'm
too
done.
long,
I'm
too
actually
long.
done. I'm actually
It's too
done, bro.
long,
Like I'm actually done.
right?
Like somebody
If you
should
want to
sign him.
sign
Let's
him,
move on.
yeah, sign him and be done. We've mentioned the amount of times we've mentioned him on this live. If we were to count it, maybe we would have been rich by now or
I
wealthy.
know.
I say
I know.
wealthy.
Let's go back to Chelsea. Joao Felix is leaving Chelsea. Chelsea are interested in selling Joao Felix to Galatasaray.
That's no surprise. We have like 10 or 11, 12 people on the sale list.
You think who
We've
the
just
better? No, you just want to say finish what you're saying. I wanted to talk about the comment, but finish what you're saying.
No, I said we had like 10 people on the sale list.
Yeah.
Felix, Disasi,
Mm-hmm.
so many of them. Chilwell, Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
The list is on. Madueke is just added to the list now, right?
Yeah.
So even Jackson too is added to that list too. So, but Jackson's own is a case of we don't want to sell, but if the price is good, we'll sell. We can
Mm-hmm.
talk, right?
Yeah.
But they are not going. The rumors that came out earlier in the week and last week was that Chelsea would not even entertain or even want to discuss if the amount is not above 45 million for Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
They are not
Okay.
ready to even sit down or have any conversation.
Okay.
So how can Galatasaray
Yeah.
afford Felix?
I was even going to talk about the first comments he made about I think United is actually better for him. I think it's Gyökeres he's talking
Or Joao
about.
Felix? Okay,
No, it might
Gyökeres.
be Gyökeres he's talking about. I actually share
Okay,
the same. I share the same sentiments that I actually think United might be.
yeah,
I remember I said it, but who
you
knows,
said it,
right?
yeah.
Joao Felix, I don't know, but the news that's coming out, his agents are working on his next, his next club. They are working on a deal that will take him away from Chelsea to somewhere else. Joao Felix has been passed around more times than
Oh gosh.
man. It's so unhealthy at this point. He was here, and then before you know it, he's here. He's back here. He's gone here.
Let's
It's,
let's go through his journey. Let's go
where,
through. Pull it
it
up.
was where? Let me actually look
Let's
at.
go through his journey. Yeah, let's go
I'm
through his
actually
journey
tired
of
of Joao
Felix.
Felix, man.
So Felix started in Benfica,
Okay.
right? And he was seen as, while you check, he was seen as this next generational, like you say,
Yeah.
Yami Yamal.
Benfica.
That
Yep.
was this. That was the same buzz around Felix,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And Felix Atletico churned out
Yep.
at I think
26,
130
26,
something.
26 appearances, 15 goal involvements.
Yeah,
When
so
he was at Benfica.
they churned out maybe 140 million or 30 million
Mm-hmm.
euros on him.
Yep.
Put him as a striker.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that was that Simeone plays defensive football. Felix is an attacking talent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think he was trying to achieve what he achieved with Grealish.
Mm-hmm.
Grealish then moved to Barcelona, if you remember. It
Mm-hmm.
was that Grealish move that triggered, but not Grealish. What's his name? That plays for I forgot. He plays for France. Anyways, I'll remember his name now. He plays for
Mm-hmm.
France, he plays for Atletico, but he
Mm-hmm.
left. So I feel like they were trying to mold him, but at the same time, he got tired of defensive football because he can't defend,
Yeah.
counter-attacking football. He didn't really like it. He
Yeah.
started to fight with the coach.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, he was a young player,
Mm-hmm.
right? His development stalled. Then where did he move to? Please tell me
Yeah.
where he moved to.
He moved on loan to Chelsea from Atletico. From
Are
Atletico
you sure
Madrid.
no,
Yeah,
he moved somewhere else
from
first?
Atletico Madrid, he went to Chelsea on loan. After
Oh,
Chelsea,
yes. He
yeah,
went to us
after
on. Then he went to Barca
then he went to Barcelona on loan.
on loan.
Then he came
Then
back to Chelsea, and
I
then
thought
he
he
went
went
to
to
AC
another.
Milan
Oh, yes.
on loan.
He came back to Chelsea. Oh my
And then he
God,
went to AC Milan on loan.
it's too much.
What a
It's too
journey.
much.
At this point,
It's too much.
I actually just wish him a club that he can stay in that's stable. But I saw the comment, I made me laugh. Did you see Jackson in training? That guy is going nowhere.
The guy is straight. I saw Jackson. I was like, brother, calm down. The way you are, he's looking angry. That's
Are
the
you
player.
serious?
He's looking angry. Like he wasn't smiling at all. Like you see the rest people can say, though, he was just using the side eye to look at Joao Pedro. See, brother, no go. Don't show your stuff. Don't
He's
match
like,
this
we are
guy.
going to compete.
Don't break this guy's leg. The
We are
way you
going
are,
to
he
compete.
was just looking at the guy. They say, do this. You know. He was not even. I'm serious. He wasn't smiling at all. No, I didn't see any
Oh
single
my
smile
God.
from Jackson.
Yeah.
Brother, the only advice I have for you is when you come on as a substitute, avoid red card. Avoid fighting with ref.
I think that
Put the ball.
discipline is important. Is Pedro playing tonight? That is a big question. That's
He's coming off the bench.
It's coming off
That's
the bench.
what Maresca
But
said.
we don't really know if much will happen from Pedro tonight. But hey, Chelsea fans.
Can anything good come out of Chelsea?
You guys are expecting
Just
magic.
let's be humble. We're humble this night. Anything
You guys,
that happens, we take it.
tonight.
We're humble. We're
Oh,
humble.
beat you tonight, Palmeiras.
We're humble.
The way I will hate watch tonight, Chelsea fans. I will hate
We're
watch
humble.
tonight. You guys,
I know.
collect on Palmeiras tonight. My Al Hilal hope in Al Hilal has gone. They've gone.
Anyway, we swapped our destiny with Al Hilal, so we're staying back.
And sad. Anyways, let's wrap up Premier League transfers with Pep. So Pep reported the reports are coming out is that Pep has lost faith in January signing Nico Gonzalez. You know Nico Gonzalez?
I saw it. Yes.
So Pep,
and he apologized to him. He apologized to him for not bringing. Pep has a problem. What you see that's the issue I have with Pep.
A serious problem.
Yes, because if you look at this, do you know that when Rodrygo was not around, that boy did a decent job. He did a decent job for them.
Yeah.
Obviously, he cannot be like Rodri. He's just coming into your team. You know, and he's different from Rodri. Allow him be himself.
The return of Rodri
means that he's never going to play. The return of Rodri means he's never going to play. Another Calvin Phillips.
The return of Rodri and the signing of Reinders has now seen Nico request an exit, and City will not stand in his way. He's leaving.
God. After 6 months.
He wants to go.
God. And it was and the same thing SSB said. I was angry
it's
that
a red
Good One
flag.
was
It's a red flag.
Then you are starting Good One that doesn't have the legs. I think when they started that boy, they will still be in this tournament.
Pep is just,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So, but we'll see.
Okay, after being publicly rejected by Nico Williams, Barcelona are readying a new approach for Liverpool forward Luis Diaz. The Reds have already firmly rejected approaches from both Barca and Bayern Munich. I know it's too soon. Hey, Jota's body is not yet cold, so I don't really like talking about Liverpool and transfers. So, but it's too soon for us to be talking about Liverpool and transfers and any of these things. And I'm sure even Liverpool on their side, they're just like, hey, we don't want to do business right now. We're not in the mood right now. We just lost a serious.
And they are going to sell. They just lost the forward.
We just lost the forward.
Like, why would they start selling
why should we even let Diaz go and talk about business? We're not in the mood. So that's done. I don't even know if we're ever going to sign a striker. We're just going to go into the new campaign with what we have.
Like that.
I think what we have is good enough. But
it's good. You can just manage.
We might need maybe one more person and stuff. It's good Liverpool did business early. I know, bro. It's good if you did business early and got out of the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it have affected you guys.
Sometimes it's just meant to be. So on the other hand, Marcus Rashford is Barcelona's top target. And there are talks that there's some conversation on the way between Rashford and Barcelona. We already talked about Rashford and Barcelona on the stream already.
No, is it top target, or if they don't get Luis Diaz?
That's what reports are saying. Top target.
Is it your dog that is disturbing you?
That makes me keep looking here. Yeah, it's my dog that makes me keep looking like.
He's going to join the stream.
He's been moving around because we've been having, it's 4th of July fireworks. He's scared.
Okay, he's scared. Okay.
Yeah, he actually came into the office and came to hide in the corner. I don't know if something on my head back. He's scared of the fireworks. Anyways, Xabi Alonso believes Real Madrid will suffer if they fail to replace Luka Modric or Toni or Kroos. and there are talks that Vitinha is a dream target.
Oh my God!
We need to stop
please,
Madrid.
Los Blancos,
We need to
please,
stop them.
please.
They
Why?
cannot do this, man. A man and his dog. Yeah, man, a man and his dog. But boys, we need to stop Madrid from getting Vitinha. Vitinha arguably is one of the best midfielders in the world right now.
In fact,
He's one of the
Vitinha is
best
the
in the world right
engine
now.
room of PSG.
You take Vitinha out of that. Sounds like fake news for Sancho. I know. Yeah, and I hope it is.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
I'm really hoping it is too.
What do you mean you want to get one of the best right backs in the world?
So
one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah.
What?
So what I think they are doing, they do it a lot. I have explained this to you. Clubs do it a lot, where they create a smoke screen first.
Mm-hmm.
They throw the news to they have journalists, right? They just put it, we're interested in the coach said this, we're interested in Vitinha from PSG. Take. The journalists go out, spread the news. Then they wait to see reaction. Then people now start, maybe if PSG plays their next game, they'll probably ask Luis Enrique. They'll see the reaction of PSG people,
kind of feel
and they
it out.
gauge it. If they say, no, we're not selling, then they just back off. They know. But if they don't say anything, no pushback, then say, okay, maybe something we can consider. Right?
Yeah, other than Mbappe, PSG don't usually lose players in their prime.
Yeah.
I hope Vitinha doesn't go. See, Vitinha, I hope Vitinha goes somewhere other than Madrid.
He's the engine room of PSG, so he's not leaving.
Is too important. It's just like selling
the
Rodrygo.
Engine room.
Just like Man City selling Rodrygo.
Or a Caicedo.
Or a Caicedo being sold from Chelsea. Like, how will you sell your most important anyways? Clubs are crazy.
Or Salah.
Another key target for Real Madrid is Tottenham left back Destiny Udogie.
Ooh. I love Udogie.
Udogie might be good. It might be good for them.
Wow.
But they are saying that their Spurs are demanding up to 60 million euros for him.
From Real Madrid.
Yeah. For Udogie.
Wow.
Yeah,
Udogie is a good signing.
I think he'll be good for them.
But and those are the only one of the quality players left in Tottenham. If they are selling Udogie, you are selling Romero. Who is left?
I don't even know what Thomas Frank is going to even work with. This Levy guy, Levy is actually crazy, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually crazy.
And the thing that pains me about, he's demanding 80 million from Atletico. He's demanding 60 million from Real Madrid. He takes that 140. Do you know what Levy will go and do? Guess what he'll go and do? He'll go and buy five players.
Scraps.
5 players.
You go and buy some scraps.
Levy.
Oh my days, man. Oh my days.
God.
Why will Luis Enrique sell Vitinha? That was his project. I know. It doesn't even make any sense. Trent talks into the midfield, Udogie going up and down. Man, it would be unreal if Udogie goes to. But I really like Fran Garcia. You guys, what you saying? Fran Garcia is actually really good for them. This club
as a left back,
he's been doing well, right?
He's decent, but well. Udogie is. I think Udogie is better.
You think Udogie starts over him? But I think better. Okay, so what happens to Mendy?
Mendy plays right wing, right? Right. No.
Left back. Mendy plays left back.
But Mendy is injury prone, right?
I mean, he's not fit right now. So Fran Garcia has been playing. So is Udogie coming in as the number one? Yeah, it's kind of like
Tsimikas. Okay. So he'll probably be coming off the bench.
Okay. I see. I
don't know.
But anyways, Real Madrid are open to both selling and keeping Rodrygo this summer. These people are toxic. Like, I don't understand. You're open to selling and keeping. Like, are you okay? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Oh, yeah, we are open to selling him, but we're also open to keeping him. So that means if you keep him, he's not an important player for you.
Let me explain the statement. So, number one thing is Real Madrid don't need money. So not that, how do I say it now? Not that they need every franchise or every business needs money.
Yeah.
They are not dying that they should sell players to generate fund. Yes. But if someone comes along, such as us now, and is willing to pay 90 million for Rodrygo, they would accept. So that's the way they are.
That's
right. But if no one meets the price tag, anyway, he stays on the bench.
Yeah,
That's
but they're
what he
open
meant.
to negotiating if Arsenal offers 80 million euros. If Arsenal offers them 80 million
It's
euros,
a lot of money. It's a lot of
80,
money.
80 million euros for Rodrygo is a lot. That's like
It's
69
okay.
million pounds. I think that's fair.
Okay. It's a good
How much did
price. It's
Nunes
good.
go for? How much did Nunes go for? Like, bro, I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. Um, Atletico Madrid are underwhelmed by Conor Gallagher's performance, which is why they have signed Alex Biner
I told
and
you.
are closing
I
in on
think
signing Johnny Cardozo.
I mentioned it
Mhm.
yesterday, right? Was it
Yeah,
yesterday or the day
yeah, you
before?
mentioned
I
it. You
said
mentioned
that
it.
they are tired of him.
Gallagher. So that means the good thing
Yeah.
that Chelsea sold Gallagher then.
Kingsley, you should know England hype. England hype is too much. Gallagher is just an okay player. Gala dog. We call him Gala dog for Chelsea.
It's
If
just
he can.
average.
He just chases he has energy. He chases everything.
This is why Simeone surprised by Gallagher. I know, right? Why is he surprised? He knew what
So
he
that I'm
got.
saying we call him Gala dog for a reason. In the sense that he
Yeah.
chases. Once you throw something, he just chases. Why are you chasing? He doesn't know.
Julian Alvarez signing was a good signing.
It was a good
You
one, but
have to give Simeone. You
Gallagher
have
was
to give
just,
Simeone that one. Yeah.
and he was trying to mold him into this like four, like this Caicedo kind of role. You
Yeah.
see the role
But
Caicedo is
what's the
four.
best role that Gallagher is supposed to play? Is Gallagher is 6? Is he a box to box? What is his best role? Because I don't know. You complain if they play Gallagher as a 10. You're the same person that will complain if they play Gallagher as a 6. You're the same person that will complain if they play Gallagher box to box.
Okay,
You complain
let me
that
break.
Gallagher is not good as a 4. So what is Gallagher supposed to be?
Play him as Gala dog. Don't
As
play him as
what?
any number. Gala dog. So as a 10, he's not good as a 10 because he's not football, he's
It's not
not
creative. Okay.
he's not intelligent
Okay.
football. All player I don't like to say that, but the creativity is not there.
It's lacking a little
And
bit.
he's not
Mhm.
and apart from creativity, he's not so good on the ball. He's good on the ball
Oh,
at the level of a professional player, but there's that extra needed
that
for a
you
10.
need for him.
Yes, he doesn't have it now. Under pressure, he can collect red card at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get?
Yeah,
If
I
he
guess.
gets yellow card, there's a high probability that Gallagher can do something out of this world. It's like Jackson. Once that switch flick in his head,
Oh my
his team
god.
is losing. If his team is losing, he has yellow card. Please take him off because he's going to get red card. He's going to get 100%. He's getting that red card. Do you get? So that's the thing. So to me, Gallagher
I
is good
see.
as this. Is good as this. In a three-man midfield.
Yeah. Is
He's
it
good. Is
6?
good as is a six.
Mm-hmm.
He can play as one of the
In a 4 4
guys.
2. In a 4-4-2.
He can play in a 4-4-2. One of the white people or a 4-3-3. He's better in a 4-3-3.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's it.
But that wraps it up for transfers on my side. We can move over to Club World Cup. Club World Cup offsets. Wait, let's read some comments. Paul Gallagher and other midfielders are too similar in style. Atletico need a
Exactly.
Benzema replacement. Alvarez could be a false nine, but Simeone, yeah, it won't change formation. Simeone plays
Yeah, he plays
5-3-2. I remember
3-2.
SSB saying that Simeone needs to go. I don't know how we feel if we all share the same sentiment about
Is
Simeone
the
leaving.
dinosaur formation he's using. He's not changing
He
anything.
doesn't have anything new to offer.
Yeah, he's bringing
Well,
in.
let's dive into Club World Cup. My team, Al Hilal, I've been supporting these guys from day dot. I've been pushing them, but sadly, they just not.
The way you call them your team, you feel like you've been supporting them for the past 20 years
Man, I've been
or
supporting
10
them.
years.
I've been
No,
supporting
it's the
them.
past 1 month. It's the past
So
1 month.
let me support who I want to support.
Since after they drew with Real Madrid, you turned the supporter. Yes
Of
or no?
course, yes, that is true. That's not a lie.
Okay.
But I've been supporting them in this competition. Salim Al Dasari, that guy, talent, man, unreal player.
Good,
But
good,
then
good, good.
they just could not make it over the edge. I have a theory that they were just out of it. Like some of their players were just out of it. Ruben Neves, Cancelo, they were kind of out of it. I don't know if it's the loss
No. I think
making
no.
them out
I
of it.
think no. I think the first thing we should realize is that they just played with Manchester City.
It was a tough game.
Yes, 120 minutes with Manchester City running.
Yeah, maybe they were
right?
exhausted.
When
Yeah.
when did Fluminense play? Fluminense
Ah,
played
I see.
before them.
Mm-hmm.
Fluminense played before them, and I
Yeah.
don't think Fluminense went up to 120 minutes.
When
So
they
in that,
played, who did they play? They played Botafogo, right? They removed
yeah,
Botafogo. That
yes,
game was
yes,
on for a while.
he will buy their jersey for sure, for sure. You don't
Of
even need, I've
course,
already answered
of
you. He will
course,
buy their jersey.
I would, of course.
He would. So,
I will start watching their games. If they had won this Club World Cup, I would start watching their games. Whatever time Saudi play, I will try to wake up and watch their game. Man,
bad idea,
Al
bad idea. But the thing is, first of all, that City game affected them today.
He did. I think so.
They looked
He just
a
looked
big look
exhausted.
a big
Oh no, it was
leggy.
Palmeiras. Oh my god, I forgot who they played. Who did they play? Let me
I
bring
forgot
up
who
the.
they play. So
Oh, it was
they looked
Inter.
a bit.
It was Inter. My bad. It was Inter.
So it
Palmeiras
finished
played
in 90
Botafogo.
minutes. It
Mm-hmm.
finished in 90 minutes, and
They beat
basically
Inter 2-0, 90 minutes. Yeah.
Fluminense sat back in that game. Not they didn't exhaust the amount of energy.
I felt like this game
Ha-
too, they did almost the same thing. They sat back most of the time.
yes, yeah.
What is it?
So that's the thing. And the thing is that you saw mistakes. Al Hali, they made mistakes.
Al Hilal, yeah.
Al
They made
Hal, they
they
made
even made a
mistakes. You
mistake
saw
that
Cancelo.
Bono had to even stop one. There could have been more.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cancelo made mistake that he's been making for Manchester City. That kicked him out. That
Yeah.
Guardiola got angry and kept him on the bench. He still made the same mistake again.
Yeah.
Clear the number one rule of playing: clear the ball, safety first.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is about going out. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
trying to turn and kick it in?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you teach under 12 and under 11.
Mm-hmm.
From when you were small as a footballer, the ball is there. Even
Mm-hmm.
you are facing the part to kick it out. Just kick
Yeah.
it out. And you guys reset. But this guy now from the corner, like he's trying to turn. You don't know what is at your back for crying. You now kick it on the player, it entered your box. Another one from the left hand side. I've
Mm-hmm.
forgotten their defender there.
Mm-hmm.
He was meant to go and compete for that ball in the air. He decided to stay back on the ground and see where it will drop. Brother, that header was used as a pass to the person that scored the goal. How about that? At least go there and jump. You jump with him, you prevent that cute pass.
I'm not even going to lie. The two goals they scored were actually good goals.
Yeah,
They were really
they
good
were good
goals.
goals, but they were things that could have been
They were
prevented. They were
preventable
mistakes.
goals. They were preventable
Yes.
goals. But
So that's it.
that's
I think
football.
mentally they were tired.
Yeah, mental. It just felt like they were out of it.
So yeah, mentally they were tired.
They
So
looked
that's it.
exhausted. Even
Yeah.
Koulibaly
Koulibaly
towards
looked
the end,
tired too. He
he
looked
tried to
tired.
swing his leg to score that final goal. Just no
He
way, no
tried.
way.
Yeah.
They did their best, but they are out of the competition. And now moving on to the semi-finals is Fluminense. But honestly, let's see how the game goes between Chelsea and Palmeiras, because it's kind of like up in the
What
air.
are your predictions?
I
Let's
don't
have your
I don't
predictions, guys. Enemies. Let's have your predictions.
Chelsea Palmeiras. I actually see Chelsea winning.
I don't think Chelsea will win.
I see Chelsea winning actually. I see Chelsea winning,
It will be a
but
very difficult game.
it
I
will be
don't
a
think we
tough. It
can
will
win
be a tough
Palmeiras.
game. But now I'm actually feeling like Chelsea have no excuse to get to that final. You beat Palmeiras. I feel like you guys should be beating Fluminense.
That's what I'm telling you.
And
Palmeiras is a stronger side than Fluminense.
I actually
If we
feel
beat,
like
yeah,
I want you guys to beat Palmeiras because I want you guys to play against Thiago Silva. I want Thiago Silva to be on the other side. And then you guys
that will
play.
be so emotional.
And then it
It'll be
shows
so
you guys
emotional.
class. Chelsea good.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh my God, they could lose a team from England on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Enemies.
Yeah. Who knows?
Anyways, anyway, if Chelsea lose, I
Mm-hmm.
won't be distraught because I don't tip them to win the game.
Where's AB? AB, you said that you guys have gone far in the team. You say you guys have gone far in the competition. I mean,
You say where's Fluminense? Where's Palmeiras and Fluminense in their league? What
in
position
their
are they?
league. Let me
I think
see.
we checked it. Botafogo was on top as at
Botafogo
the
was
time
on
we
top of
checked.
their league, right? Fluminense.
But their league they will have missed so many games, so they will have been down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Can't
They are
really judge.
sixth. They are sixth in their league. Palmeiras is
Oh,
number 4.
they've probably missed games.
Yeah, and Botafogo is number 8. Is this correct? Yeah,
Botafogo 8.
yeah. Botafogo is 8.
Oh, Flamingo
Fluminense,
is first.
yeah, Fluminense is 6th. Yeah, Flamengo is first. Flamengo is first. Fluminense is 6th. Botafogo
Palmeiras
8th.
is fourth.
Palmeiras 4th.
Palmeiras is
Yeah.
sixth.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Who is starting for Chelsea? Okay, let's check the starting lineups. Let's check the line. Let's check if we can see maybe the starting lineups for Chelsea. But really, what's your prediction though? Do you really think you guys will win?
You asking me as a Chelsea fan?
I'm asking you as a Chelsea fan. Yeah. What
If
you
I
think?
put my Chelsea hat on, I'll be sentimental and say I expect them to win.
Oh, it's
But
out.
as
It's out.
a
Your lineups are out. Okay, let's see.
but as
Sanchez
somebody
in
that is
goal. You want me to keep
but
going?
someone that let me see the lineup, then I'll tell you what will happen.
Oh, I should share my screen, right? Okay, let me share.
So, but as somebody that is looking from the inside, it all depends on my manager. If he does something stupid today and Sanchez is not in his normal right state of mind, we're out.
So
Nkunku.
you have
Rich
Sanchez in
James in
goal,
midfield again.
Cucurella, Gusto,
Rich James in
Chalobah, Cowell,
midfield. Rich
Enzo
James in
Fernandez,
midfield.
Rhys James,
We're losing the game.
Palma, Nkunku, Neto, Dilap. This is typically okay. Apart from Rhys James here, this will just be Caicedo, right? But this doesn't look
No,
good at
and
all.
Nkunku doesn't start for us now.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's a good
Nkunku.
formation. He doesn't use no.
Yeah,
He's good that he's
4-2-3-1
trying to integrate. He's good as he's trying to integrate Nkunku,
into the
right?
team,
Because
right?
Nkunku,
Yeah.
yes, Nkunku is a 10, right? But Palmer is taking that position. So Palmer now
Yeah.
will come from that wide area. I don't know
And
what
on
he's
the
planning
bench,
to
you
do
have
anyways.
Totti, Madueke, Jorgensen, Esugo, Nicholas Jackson,
Kingsley,
Santos,
you know the theory I have.
Pedro.
Kingsley, I
Yeah.
think this is 4-4. I think this is 4-4-2.
You think so?
Yes, 4-4-2. Let me tell you. Should I tell you why it's 4-4-2?
This is the 4, right? And then Nkunku will come as one of the 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Or Neto will come as a 2. And then
So
how is
no.
going to be 4-4-2?
So Neto and Palmer are on the wide of the 4. Rhys
Okay.
James and Fernandez are in the middle. Then you have Nkunku the lap
As the 2. Okay.
as the 2, which we tried and did not work.
You guys are matching them. You guys are matching them information 4-2-3-1. This is your boy Estavo. We see whether Cucurella will be able to keep up with Estavo, but
they put Pedro Neto on that side. Oh, I
Neto,
see.
yeah.
To help. So we see, but no. Rhys James in the midfield is not good. I don't think he's a good. Why don't you just start with Rhys James?
I just mean yeah, Chelsea's losing.
Yeah. Why do you
Oh my
we've
god.
done this? We've done this experiment of Rhys James several times and it's never worked. Use Rhys James as a right back, and put Lavia there.
Maybe it's because of minutes. Lavia is on the bench, right?
Yeah, put Lavia. You have a lot of people on the bench. You have several. You have Santos. You have
I'm not seeing
Esugo.
Lavia. I'm not seeing Lavia on this bench.
Oh my days, Lavia is
not on
injured.
the bench.
Yeah, he's injured. Probably is injured.
Yeah, that guy is just yeah.
That's why Rhys James is in midfield. He's injured.
I think Esugo might come in or
Esugo or Santos.
Or Santos, right?
It's Jusbio that will come in first.
Yeah, Jusbio, can he play in this position?
Lavia and Caicedo are out. So
but this Lavia is looking like Lavia is not really was not really a good signing for you guys. So this injury
could it be yellow cards?
I don't know.
Let me see. I think Lavia to miss.
Lavia missing the game is crazy. I don't even think Lavia has played enough games for you guys.
Oh, is it doubt? Injury.
It's an injury.
Yeah. And Caicedo is suspended. The thing is that for Lavia, Lavia and Rhys James, he's managing them to the teeth. In the sense that once they say, "Oh, are you feeling anything? You are not moving well. You are out.
Yeah,
we're not using you."
because it might be
Or
too long.
yes, you might allow him play with it, then he now becomes like he's out for 5 months. So
Yeah.
he's trying to prevent that even for his James too. So
Mm,
that's why they give them typically they play only 60 minutes,
that's the best thing.
max 60, 70, and they are
But
done.
because it's too much wear and tear,
In
they will
this
get
match,
injured.
Rhys James is playing only 65.
Yeah, and then you take him
If
out to
if
bring in somebody
if
else.
we enter emergency mode, Rhys James is going to 80. That's all. He's coming
Mm,
out at that 80 mark. He can't go further than that. We can't even risk it. So, but with that formation, I don't see us winning.
mm.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
Because we've tried with James in the middle and it's never. But maybe and he's bringing in Nkunku for additional creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Now Nkunku cannot run. He doesn't have that energy to run.
Yeah.
Farmer doesn't have that energy to run.
Yeah.
Rhys James, to me, as a midfielder, doesn't have that energy to run.
Mm-hmm.
So you have three people, and Fernandez does not have that energy to run.
Okay.
Or Kingsley,
Okay.
or is it Gusto that is playing in the middle as a 4 or as a
And
6?
Rhys James goes
It's
back.
James. Yes, I think that's it. I think it's
I don't know.
actually Gusto. I think it's Gusto that is in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, tomorrow is PSG Bayern.
Hot. That won't be hot.
PSG
So,
Bayern.
so what I think is happening with that formation is that Gusto is the one in the middle, not Rich James.
But you never can
Because
tell
we
until
need
the game
I'm
starts.
sure because they can't. I've just mentioned three people that can run. You need
Mm.
somebody that can run, that has that energy, that will run without having an hamstring or something, that
Mm-hmm.
will not pull up running. Fernandez cannot chase, cannot run, cannot pick up balls from people.
Mm. We'll see.
Right?
Maybe it's a
So
thing where they swap as they proceed.
I don't think,
But
yeah. If we lose
that's a
the
good point.
ball,
If
yeah,
Chelsea lose the
that's
ball,
what
who will
I'm
go and
saying.
win it? Yeah,
That's the problem. And
yeah,
probably he's going
you're
to
the
put
right.
Gusto in the man. God, this
Why
guy
does
is
he why
just
does he not just trust Santos or Esugo to start?
I don't know. It's the same mentality he learned from his teacher,
Yeah.
Guardiola. The same thing. Just trust them and throw them in.
Anyways,
Anyways,
what are your final thoughts?
final thoughts.
Mm.
I'm expecting the boys back at home. Maybe this weekend, Sunday. They should be back from their US tour. Or if they have extra games. So we should be
Wow,
back. We should
you're
be
really
back
losing
home.
hope in your boys. I think
No,
Chelsea will win. Chelsea to
with
win.
the formation I just saw,
Mm.
it will be a miracle if we go through.
Mm-hmm.
Or if Palmeiras don't take this game seriously, I don't think we can. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think. I don't think, to be honest. And the only thing is that even I'm just praying that if we lose, we should not lose in a disgraceful manner.
Yeah,
That's my prayer now. Right. So,
I don't think you
anyways,
guys
that's
would.
final for me.
But anyways, final thoughts for me. We'll see what happens. I'm really sad that Al Hilal went out of the competition. I was really rooting for them to go far because I was thinking they will actually get to the final and then maybe win, and that would be the biggest upset. But
In your dreams.
football will always surprise us.
Yeah.
And Fluminense won over Al Hilal, deserved win. Chelsea Palmeiras, I think you guys have what it takes. The only thing that looks off is that Rich James in the midfield. But you guys, you never can tell, right? You guys, it comes down to how you guys play, how you
We've
guys
tried
show
it
up,
before.
and the changes that will happen within the game. So you never can really tell. But anyways, big shout out to you guys that join our stream as always. SSB, AB, we appreciate you as always. You guys are always joining. We really appreciate you guys. Don't forget 6 p.m. CST. If you guys are new here, subscribe. We are on
Yeah.
the road to 3,000
To 3K.
subscribers. Guys,
Yeah.
we need to get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. But yeah, we
We've
appreciate you
been
guys.
getting a lot of subscribers these days. So
Yeah, you
let's keep
guys.
pushing.
Let's keep pushing.
Yeah.
Let's keep pushing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the Club World Cup. Peace.
Peace.